So this is the first year I actually won't be with my family to celebrate Noche Buena, and because of that I wanted to try replicating a few of my family's Noche Buena favorites. And I also thought, why not make use of this Instant Pot that has been honestly taking up a lot of room in my kitchen. So today, all of the dishes that you're going to see are going to use the Instant Pot. And that's right, today I'm not giving you just one or even two dishes, but 3 dishes, because you can't just have a Noche Buena table with only one thing on it. First off, we're making macaroni salad, which you can see I'm using the Instant Pot to cook the chicken that is going to be shredded for the salad. I do 10 minutes on manual with a manual release. And while I was shredding the chicken, I did notice a certain someone was very diligently waiting for just about anything to drop on the floor. And here I used the salad macaroni pasta, but you can also use elbow macaroni as well. Mixing all of this together is the most fun part, where I'm adding our chicken, carrots, celery, onion, and the treasures that really make this a Filipino macaroni salad, which are the pineapple and raisins. Also, you're gonna see that you add not just mayo, but also a spoonful of sweetened condensed milk, salt and pepper to taste, and pickle relish. The reason I chose each of the dishes today are because I have a really strong memory of each one. When I was in the 2nd grade and we were really lucky to celebrate Noche Buena in the Philippines, I remember a huge bowl of mac salad on the table and I just kept going back to it because it was so good. And now I just happen to have this entire bowl to myself, or at least myself and my husband, and we definitely ate like half of this entire bowl that night. My favorite part is making sure that I have something sweet in every bite, and the condensed milk really does make this, so I highly recommend using it. The second recipe today is Everlasting, which is a Marikina style meatloaf cooked in a llanera. Marikina is where my lolo lives along with my titas and my cousins. And an important part of Everlasting is the design on the bottom, so I'm definitely going to show that later. Part of that design is the carrot stars, so I am cutting indents out of the side of this carrot. My mom always makes these carrot stars super perfectly, and I was always in awe of how she made those shapes, and it turns out that this is pretty much exactly as hard as I thought it was going to be. So an important warning is to be very, very careful as you do this, and please don't use a dull knife. We are also going to chop up some bell pepper. And in Everlasting, the meat we use is ground pork and chorizo del Bilbao and chopped ham. Those are actually all going to be sauteed beforehand, along with the onions and carrots and bell peppers. So after we saute all of these together, we're actually going to add the egg as our binding ingredient and then put all of that in the llanera. So the cook time in the mold itself is mainly to steam the egg and bind it all together. To the sauteed meat and vegetables, you will also add tomato sauce and pickle relish. And since I didn't think I was actually going to be able to finish like 6 whole Everlastings, I actually froze the rest of the majority of the meat for later, and you're only going to see me make 1 today. And so I asked this on my Instagram as well, but I would love to know from you in the comments, do you put raisins or do you not put raisins? This was apparently a lot more controversial than I had thought. So let me know your thoughts. So I'm going to spray the llanera and place a cut hard-boiled egg, Vienna sausage, a pineapple slice, and the carrot stars on the bottom. So the design is really important here. Then I add a few beaten eggs to the cooled meat mixture. And fit this into the mold, leaving about 1 centimeter from the top. Again, we're using the Instant Pot in each recipe today, so I ended up steaming this on low for just 15 minutes with a quick manual release. So other than my egg yolks just completely doing their own thing, I was actually really happy with the way that my everlasting turned out. And the first bite completely brought me back to going to a party and seeing one of my titas bring like a whole stack of llaneras with everlasting. And finally, we're going to be making Leche Flan, which I actually made in season 1 of the Sago Show, which featured my rant about the original Hello Hello recipe that Bon Appetit posted. And so I guess this is a good time to note that as of now, I do not have exact recipes for the mac salad and everlasting, but depending on when I have time, I might post them later on. I do have my Leche Flan recipe in the description below. And despite having made this before, I did still make mistakes, such as making my caramel way too dark and burnt here, so make sure that you are watching this. It turns dark really, really fast. I did end up redoing this off screen. You'll probably notice later on that my Leche Flan was a little overcooked, and it was honestly okay, but I would prefer to bake this in a bain-marie or steam on a stovetop like I did in season 1, because you just have a little more visibility and control. When I was growing up, I feel like there were so many cartoons and TV shows where they would just talk about how flan is like the grossest dessert, which I never understood because literally when you go to a Filipino party, it is super rare that there is any leche flan left over unless it was supposed to be taken home as a gift. And in fact, I clearly remember being at a Christmas party with my cousins and family friends and heading to the dessert table only to find that there was just a platter of caramel sauce left because that leche flan had been completely devoured. And so to close out 2021, I wish you and your families a maligayang Pasko if you celebrate. And if you are in the diaspora and able to help, please consider donating to relief efforts for the communities affected in the Philippines by Typhoon Odette. You can check out the link to the Kids for Kids Instagram, which at this time has PayPal and Venmo links for international donors, and they've been giving daily updates on all of their on-the-ground efforts. My name is Rachel, and I want to say ingat, salamat, and maligayang Pasko.